You crazy mother.
What's going on, guys? It's K here, bringing you my first ever Rainbow Six Siege video with commentary. Now, some of you may already notice that my mic quality sounds different. That's because I just bought a new microphone, hoping to really up the quality in some of my videos and really make my voice louder, as some of my videos have actually been very low voice volume and been low in quality, breaking audio and all that. So I apologize for that, and I have recently fixed it. So starting today, this is actually going to be my first impressions video on the new Rainbow Six Siege DLC, Black Ice. And I know the DLC has been out for a couple days now for the people who bought the season pass, and it'll be out February 9th for those of you that haven't. But I feel like making this video somewhere along the middle, you know, between the people who had it already and the people who will get it. It'll really make this video pretty much better for everybody who plays Rainbow Six Siege, just not the season pass holders, so no one can ever say that I play favorites, right? And the first thing that some of you are actually going to notice in this video is that I do not show any gameplay from the new map, Yacht. And I have a very good excuse for that. It's that I have never played in the map Yacht. I know, it's crazy, but that's actually my one and only gripe with this DLC, is the fact that it brings one new map to the table, and it's just random. It'll come in the rotation randomly with all the maps that already exist, so it's all just luck of the draw if you ever actually get to play this map. Some people have played it plenty of times. I have played over 30 online games since the DLC has come out, and not once have I actually been able to play on the new map. I feel like I'm missing out on this, and that's my only gripe. I feel like it is beyond time for Rainbow Six to have a map voting system before the game to allow players to vote for the map that they want. If they do something like Call of Duty has, where it picks 3 random maps out of the available, I don't know, like 7 or 8 that this game has, and allows us to pick which one we want to play on next, that would work fine. It would allow really people to play in their favorite maps, and I feel like if the developers are actually paying attention to that, it would actually allow them to find out which maps are liked by the community and which ones are not. Because I can go ahead and say right now, you know, everybody likes playing on maps like House or Shipyards, and honestly, Yacht. I would love to play on the map Yacht if it ever came out. So that's my one and only gripe with the DLC. I've never actually played in the new map, so I'm sorry guys if I don't have any of that footage for you. So there it is. So yeah, I would really like to see Ubisoft really fix that in a later patch and allow us to vote for maps. But honestly, that is not the reason of this video today. This video is to speak about the 2 new operators that were actually introduced into Rainbow Six Siege right after the DLC Black Ice, that being the 2 brand new Canadian operators, Buck and Frost. And starting off with my first impression on both of these, they are both so much fun to play with. They honestly both bring a lot to the table, both on the defensive side and the offensive side. But honestly, in my honest opinion, there is one that is a lot more useful than the other, being Frost. Her brand new bear trap ability is just so useful to the game, while Buck is more of a, he's really selfish with his shotgun and assault rifle ability. He's more for players who are lone wolves and like to work by themselves. He doesn't really contribute much to the team as a whole. So honestly, you'll probably see a lot more Frost than you will Buck. I know that's obviously a lie starting February 9th, once the DLC characters are actually released to everybody, the entire public, those who don't have a season pass. It will be available for 25,000 renown. Everybody who doesn't have a season pass, they're gonna have to spend their hard-earned renown in the game to actually buy these characters. But I know that starting the 9th, everybody's gonna be fighting for these characters, and honestly, you're gonna see them a lot. But in my honest opinion, only one of them is actually useful, even though Buck is a lot of fun to use. he's really just much for himself, and he doesn't contribute to the whole team effort as much as Frost does. And here you're going to see some gameplay that I have with Frost, how I'm placing down her bear traps in strategic positions in the map, doorways, under windows, or right under roof hatch accesses. If people decide to jump down, they're going to fall on that, and pretty much it'll get them in the down and out state, but it won't kill them. But it will give you a notification once somebody walks into your bear trap, allowing you, if you remember where you place them, to pretty much walk over to them and find out where they are and get them killed. And it's really useful. Really, you can really cut down on a lot of routes that the enemy might be able to take. If you put them on strategic positions, you can really much force the enemy to come from specific areas and cut down other, avenues of approach for them. It's a really useful, and it contributes to your entire team while you're on defense as a whole. Really, she is an all-around very versatile player, and she has a really very powerful submachine gun, I guess you can call it. It's actually very weak. It actually has a lot less power than all of the other defensive submachine guns. It's more compared to the UMP that is used by Rook, being how it is very highly accurate at long ranges, though it really doesn't have that much power behind it. This thing is really a beast at getting long range shots. It does not have that much kick to it, so do not be afraid to, go for the body or aim for the head at very long distances and kind of put 3 or 4 bullets into them, kind of tap fire a bit. It is great for those sort of engagements. And on the other side of the spectrum, you have Frost's shotgun, which is arguably, it's being called one of the better shotguns in Rainbow Six Siege right now, and really it's very obvious why. I mean, this shotgun is incredibly powerful, up to a nice medium range. It has a very low pellet spread, and it really allows you to get these kills at long ranges with it. Frost also comes equipped with a nitro cell, which is really great again for finding large groups of enemies and killing more than one person at a time. She's a very versatile character, honestly. She's all around useful in all sorts of engagements, but of course the coup d'etat, her specialty is the bear trap, and this thing, like I've mentioned before, is just amazing. If you put it in front of a window or right over a portable barrier, the enemy really won't even be able to see it as they walk up to the window or the barrier. She's just very easy to get downs if you put it behind a barrier, as you see here in front of me. Honestly, that's the best placement for it, or in other areas that you can blend it in with barbed wire and such. That's where Frost is really going to excel. She really works great as a team. She works great in conjunction with everybody from her team, and a lot of people will fall for it because nobody is really looking down. As you saw right here, people are going to be looking down the hallway looking for enemies, and Frost's trap will guaranteed get you pretty much a down or 2 per game. It's that easy until people really learn to start expecting Frost and her bear traps. Really, this is going to be one of the best defensive characters to use in Rainbow Six Siege, and I bet even past the DLC, months past, this is still going to be a very fought for character in this game. Now, talking about the second of the 2 DLC operators, being Buck. This operator is honestly the least useful of the 2. I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for that, but honestly, this operator is selfish with his abilities. He doesn't really bring much to the table. The fact that he's able to switch between rifle and shotgun, it really doesn't help anyone but himself. He doesn't contribute to the whole group effort as a whole, like Fusewood or Thermite or even Thatcher. He's just a very selfish operator, and people who choose him, they're not really going to contribute to the team effort. Now, his weapons are a lot of fun to use. He does have an assault rifle, and he does have a semi-automatic sniper rifle. Compared a lot to Twitch's or even Glass, though it kicks a little bit less than Glass, is a lot easier to use. However, his assault rifle, it is super powerful and it is so much fun to use, but oh my god, is the recoil terrible. This gun, I mean, it is so hard to just rein in the recoil on it. Your bullets will be bouncing all over the place. Now, the fact that you can switch between his rifle and his shotgun, they did have to, I guess, nerf the shotgun to not make him that overpowered, but his shotgun has some of the widest shotgun spread that I've ever seen. His shotgun is really not that powerful. It is, you know, least of all the shotguns in the game. It's not even at par with any of the other operators' shotguns, which I guess it makes him an okay character to play as, but honestly, he just doesn't bring nothing new to the table. And that has been my first impressions on the new DLC operators, Buck and Frost. On my next gameplay video, I will try to get some gameplay of the new map Yacht as well. I'm sorry for not having it in this video, guys. But yes, that is all that I have for today. And if this video was helpful, if you enjoyed it, if it amused you, please make sure to drop a like, maybe even subscribe. It'll really help me out. And thank you guys, and see you next time.
You crazy mother.